Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Maya, and in today's video we are going to be doing my spring TBR. So pretty much every book that I want to read this spring. Oh, there's something in my eyeball. I love that. I think there's 23 books. I think I only have 20 here with me right now, but I think it's 23 because there are 3 new releases. So don't quote me on that, but I think that's how it is. There is something in my eye. So I have 20 books in front of me. I've split them up into their genre. That is so rude. So I did romance, fantasy, and then mystery thriller. So we're gonna go through each genre, and then I also have 3 new releases that I'm gonna talk about at the end. But let's talk about our romance first, I guess. For spring, I kind of try and go more romancy, more lighter vibes, but then I look at the books I have picked out and I realize it's not that light vibes, but it's okay. So our first book on our TBR is Yours Truly by Abby Jimenez. This is the second book in the series, but it's like not a series. It's like a group of interconnected standalones. So this is the second one. I think in this one, they both work at a hospital. And you know, in the first book, Part of Your World, the female main character, she worked in a hospital. So I think they work at her hospital. I think the main girl in this is her friend, but I'm not 100% sure. But this is the first book. Also, there's a dog on the cover, and I love that. I think they like send notes to each other because I think there's something about him having, yeah, he sends her a letter, and I think he like has anxiety or something. I'm not 100% sure, but I kind of want to just go into it not knowing much. So that's our first book. And then the second one is it's spring. I'm in the mood for some cowboy romance. I've never actually read a cowboy romance, so this is going to be my first one. Flawless by Elsie Silver. My friend got me this for my birthday, so I can't wait to read this. Thank you to her. This is the first book in the Chestnut Spring series. We're following Rhett and Summer. Rhett and Summer. He's a bull rider, I think, and I think she is supposed to be in charge of making sure he doesn't do stupid things. So that's always a fun trope, actually. So that's our second book. And then our third one, I can't believe I haven't read it yet, but Funny Story by Emily Henry. Still have not read this, and she's coming out with a new one already. So like, kind of need to get to reading this one. This one I've heard mixed reviews on this book, but I know we're following these 2 main characters. Her boyfriend, fiance, whoever he was, broke up with her, ended up with his girlfriend, fiance, whatever. Now they live together. And I don't know what happens, but I know that he likes to wear Crocs. And he's funny. I've heard great things about him. So we'll see how I feel about this book. I've liked the other Emily Henry books I've read. So then we have A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. Actually, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this book too. Sorry, I thought someone was here. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews on this one too. So like, don't know how I should feel. But I love Ashley Poston. Like, she's my favorite, one of my favorite romance authors. So this one is, the main character basically steps foot into a small town romance. Like, into a book. And I think that's a cool theory. Like, all of her books have something like weird in them, and I like that. So that one, I feel like I might get Gilmore Girls vibes from it, and I am ready for that. And then our final romance, that is not a new release, is The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. So this book, I have hiccups. I started this book multiple times, but I have not finished it. And it's not because of the book. It's just because I'm in book slump. Like, the book is good from what I've read so far. So I need to just sit down and actually read it and like get into it because I've heard great things about him specifically. So this one is a fake relationship. They're fake dating, and I love that trope. So they're fake dating because she tells her family she has a date to a wedding, and he is like, I'll be your date to the wedding. I don't remember why he said that, but he agreed, even though they don't like each other. So I'm interested in that one. Now let's do our fantasies. I have 5 of these. I picked 5 books from each genre because I felt like that's a good like varying range. So first off, I feel like this is a little bit cheaty because it's a series that I put on here. I have the Shadow and Bone series. So I don't Does this have like a name? I think it's just the Shadow and Bone trilogy. So we have Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and then Ruin and Rising. So these are all three together on the TBR. I have read, geez, the bangs are getting aggravating a little bit every now and then, you know? I have read Six of Crows, the duology, and I loved the first one, and I liked the second one. I loved the first one more than I liked the second one, but I still liked both books. Like, they were both great. So I can't wait to get to this, and then I can also watch the TV show this summer. That'll be nice. I never watch TV. I'm really bad at it, actually. So this is on it. I don't really know what's happening, and I don't want to know what's happening. So I'm not gonna read the backs. We're just gonna move on and go with it, you know? Next is a series that I really should have finished a long time ago because I've been reading this series for like, what, 2-3 years now? This is Ignite Me by Tahera Mafi. I'm sorry if I butchered that. This is what, the third book, like full book in the Shatter Me series. So this is technically the last book in the original trilogy, I think. Because then all the rest of the books weren't supposed to happen and then they just did. So that's great. I'm pretty sure that's the lore. I don't know for sure though, so don't hold me to that. But this is the next one that I am on. I've read the first two and the novellas that go in between every book. So I can't wait to read this. Also, I love these thing covers. Plus, isn't she coming out with a new book? I swear she's coming out with a new book, like in the series, but I'm not 100% sure. And then the next one, I hate to say it, but it's really just to see if I enjoy it or not, to get it off of my shelf if I don't, because I've heard really bad things about this, but it's Never by Jessa Hastings. I've heard not great reviews on this, even from people who like love Jessa Hastings. I've heard not great reviews on this book. So we're gonna see how I feel about it. But right now it's on my shelf, and if I'm not gonna like it, then I wanna get rid of it. Not have it take up space because I don't have much space for books. I'm hoping I like it because like the whole premise of it, I love Peter Pan retellings. So like I'm really hoping I like it, and like the cover is so pretty. And Jessa Hastings' writing is really good, like really pretty and lyrical, I guess. And I love lyrical stuff. So I'm really hoping I like it. But we're gonna see because I've heard not the best things about this book. And now, our final genre is mystery thriller. I just moved the camera. Sorry about that. Mystery thriller, that vibe, you know? So there are a couple of young adults. Yeah, a couple of young adults, and then the rest are like adult, I think. So our first one is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I actually might read this sooner than spring, but whatever, we'll figure it out. This is the first book in the Naturals series, and we are basically following a group of teenagers who are hired by the FBI to catch serial killers. So it's Criminal Minds, but teen version. And I've never fully watched Criminal Minds, but like I've watched it when my mom was watching it before with her, and I think that was cool. So I think the idea of this is cool. And also I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So that is probably gonna be a really good rated book by me. And then we have Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. This is, so far I've liked every Lisa Jewell book I've read. I haven't loved every Lisa Jewell book, but I've liked it because I think the last one, I think Invisible Girl, I didn't love that one, but I have loved the other ones, I think. Either way, I enjoy reading her books, so like I'm gonna keep doing it. So this is the next one. This is, I believe we're following a mom whose daughter disappeared years ago, and now she's dating this guy, and there's something suspicious about this guy and his daughter. I believe that's what I got from the back. I know nothing that happens. I just know that everybody loves this book specifically, so I can't wait to read this one. And then we have another, I think, pretty popular one. This is Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister? Gillian McAllister? Give me a second. Gillian McAllister. She wrote this book about, oh hey, there's a prompt card in this book. I love opening books and finding that from ones I never read. This one, I don't know what happens. I believe it's like this mom is looking out of her window. She's waiting up for her 17-year-old son. He's past curfew. And then he emerges, but he's not alone. He's walking toward a man, and he's armed. And then your son kills a man. And then you go to sleep, and it happens all over again, I think is what the whole premise of this is. It sounds really cool, and I've heard pretty good things about it, so we'll see. And then I have 2 more. This one is The Good Daughter by Karen Slaughter. I have started this book already. I don't remember where I got. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But it was, again, reading slump. I had read multiple books and then I got to this one and I was like, I can't do it anymore. And I stopped reading. So I do want to get back into it because what I did read, I liked. It's just a very long book and the writing is very small. So like, it's gonna take me a while, but I do want to read it. So this one, we're following, I'm gonna read the top part here. It says, 2 girls are forced into the woods at gunpoint. One runs for her life, one is left behind. And we're basically following, one of the sisters, I think. I honestly don't remember. We're following someone in the aftermath of this, like 28 years later. So, yeah. And then our final book is another one that I can't believe I haven't read yet. But it is The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I actually don't know what this, I don't technically think this is like a sequel. I think it's like a spin-off from the Inheritance games. But we're following these people. I can't really talk much about it because like it's a spoiler for the end of the Inheritance games and I'm not going to say that. But I'm excited because I know other people have mixed feelings on the ending of the Inheritance games and like the extra books that keep coming afterwards. But I eat it up, okay? Because I love seeing the characters. And this one has a couple of the characters from the last book. So I'm excited. And then finally, I don't have these other ones obviously because like they're new releases that aren't out yet, but I have them written down in my handy dandy notebook. So first up is Sunrise on the Reaping. It's supposed to come out this month, I think. I think it's supposed to come out like the 28th of March. It is the next book in the Hunger Games series. Actually, it's a prequel. I think it's Haymitch, like when he was in the trials. So I'm intrigued by that. But I have that one on here. And then I have Great Big Beautiful Life. That is by Emily Henry. It's supposed to come out next month, I think. Or this month. Or it's supposed to come out sometime in the spring. So I have that one on here. And then Fearless by Lauren Roberts. That book is going to kill me, let me tell you. Because those books, some of my favorite things ever. So, can't wait for that one to come out. When that one comes out, everything else is being dropped. And I'm picking it up. So, that is my spring TBR. I was going to try to pick them all up. I think they're all going to fall. They're going to fall. This is my spring TBR. So, hopefully, I can read most of these this spring. We'll see what actually happens. But, that's my TBR. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, subscribe, and comment down below any of these books that are on your TBR. Any of these books that you have reviews on that you think I should hear. And any other books that are on y'all's spring TBRs. Because I could always use more book ideas to read. So, especially if they're on Kindle Unlimited, because I'm on a budget. Kindle Unlimited Rex, give them all. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye.